I would like to welcome all my panelists, and everybody knows that the role of women is very important in the agriculture sector. When we say that the value-added products or any other, the field, it's very important. And we have seen the good number of success stories that have been grounded in the agriculture sector. And you may be aware that the importance of the woman entrepreneur or a woman farmer, on that basis, UN has declared that 2026 as an International Year of Women Farmer, just to recognize the role of women in the global agri-sector. And now this session has become more relevant, and we have all have heard about that, the success story of potato. Since morning we are hearing, yes, we are the leader of, the production. We have a very good presence in the international market, and the initiatives taken by all the stakeholders in the supply chain to bring potato in the international globe. And now we just see that, when we heard about the position of this potato in the horticulture basket of the country, and we have a vibrant panel of all the panelists, the successful women, those who are contributing in the potato supply chain and production from seed to the technology, the Ms. Bhavana, she represents from the technology, and the other panelists, they represent from the value-added product, the seed, from where actually the agriculture starts. So welcome to you, all of you, and I think out of the crux of that today's deliberation in this, the role of women in the agriculture sector will definitely give a new dimension for increasing the place of potato and the value-added potato products in the international globe. So I will not take much time, because now I would like to start with Ms. Rajni Gupta, the country head Agristo, India. We have seen the presentation of Agristo, the kind of the supply chain they have set up, and the role model they have set up in Bijnor, UP, right? In Bijnor, yeah. So the first question to you, Rajni ji, how the frozen and the value-added product segment in India is expanding rapidly, and from your perspective, what new opportunities does this growth create for women professionals and leaders in the sector? Over to you.
First of all, thanks for creating this platform where I think women has been invited. And when I was talking to Mr. Naqvi, definitely I raised a point like it would have been better, like rather than only women talking about the role into the potato industry, the other side of the people are talking about that. So now when we talk about from Agristo perspective, like how, what we are doing in UP, and I think in the morning you have also explained, Gujarat used to be the hub for potato. Yeah. Then we came up in UP, and then we came as the first one to enter and bring the transformation change. To be into that state itself is not an easy state. So now when we say like what we are bringing for the young generation, first is the change of mindset. Like how can they play a diverse role, and not only in terms of bringing the production capacity, but to play a role end to end. Because Agristo as a group, we don't differentiate between a gender, like whether it has to be done by a male or whether it has to be done by a female. For them, it's an unbiased opportunity. So then this is bringing, if we see our agronomist, we have young girls coming who are going to the field. We have farmers who are coming from that background, like who never used to speak in English. Now when our Belgian people come and then visit to their field, they can very well coordinate with them. So it's not only from the farmer's perspective, we are bringing that change into end-to-end ecosystem. When you hire a talent, then do you know what is Bijnor? Many people used to feel like maybe Bijnor is a small state or maybe it's a small village. But today if we see, I think it's very close to the NCR. It's not even a 3 hours journey from here to there, and we don't see any challenge from any community to be into that place. So it's more like that, it's bringing the entire ecosystem change from the manufacturing, from the farmers, and from the end customer. That's what we're adding.
Yeah, thank you, Ms. Rajni. I think you have rightly said, and really it's exemplary work done by Agristo for setting up of such a beautiful example. Now I think people are looking towards Uttar Pradesh as a very potential state for potato. So now my next question is to Ms. Avanti Murarka. So, Managing Director of Crown Flakes. The question for you, Avantika, is as someone leading a fast-growing potato snacks brand, what does innovation look like in the Indian processing landscape, and how do women bring a unique perspective to product development and consumer standing? And as per my understanding, you are the only company in West Bengal who are into potato processing. From that perspective, I would like to hear from you.
Firstly, good evening, everybody. Thank you, ma'am. And my name is Avanti. I don't know why everybody calls me Avantika. And I'm really overwhelmed being here because I think in so many years of being in this industry, I don't think so women have been given that recognition. So firstly, thank you very much to the platform and to each one of you who has made this happen. From the industry perspective, I would say at Crown Flakes, innovation isn't about being flashy. Okay, innovation is, it's something comes fundamentally better. You do it fundamentally better. And being from West Bengal, which is the largest potato belt of India, it comes naturally to us. I think because we are sitting at the heart of this belt, we innovate better, smarter, and it also has a deep-rooted learning with local understanding. That is part one. And being a successful pioneer in the flake manufacturing from West Bengal, Crown Flakes we have only learnt one thing, to give consistency despite crop variation. And that can only happen through smart technology, better raw material science, energy efficient plants, and tailoring flakes to the needs of the people. And I would say women bring something really special to the table, especially women from Bengal. We work, we lead, we manage, we negotiate with confidence. And I think food is a great platform for women to be because it just comes naturally to them. So for me, I would say innovation is a blend of empathy, observation, along with consistency. Thank you.
Very well said, Avanti. And I think after seeing your zeal, this is this key success of where you have reached, where your company has reached, and make your place and as an important, the organization in the value chain of potato products. So now my next question to Dr. Indira Laxman Dhumne, General Manager Seed Production, Mahindra HZPC. So you are dealing with the seeds, right? So the journey of the agri sector starts from the seed. So my question to you is, seed is the backbone of the potato of the value chain. From your scientific and management lens, how can women contribute more meaningfully to research, seed system and technology adoption in potato cultivation? Over to you.
Thank you for giving this opportunity. As you said, next year is the International Year of Women Farmer. As per United Nations research only, the number of women farmers will be increasing continuously in coming era. And that's where more and more women in the workforce is going to be more useful. Now, I come from the background of innovation, science, and technology and research. So this is some area where, you have to give very thinking and giving your thoughts, lateral thoughts into the science so as basically you have to be out of box thinking. Conventionally, the agriculture has always been a man domain, so there was a particular way of thinking. I'm not saying they are thinking in a wrong way, don't misunderstand. But women has very different way of thinking and looking at the questions. They have more holistic approach to looking at the question because of the inborn nurturing instinct which they have in them. And that helps them to do better research, or they are more focused, as what I had seen. And the most important thing is that now in this, the cusp where our country is, we find more and more girls who are ambitious. They want to succeed in life. They want to develop or build their careers. And agriculture is a great, great platform where you can build your career as well as you can contribute to your country's development, you can contribute to social upliftment of other people. And that's where this agriculture and, of course, the science and innovation helps us.
Thank you, Dr. Indira. Now my next question is to Ms. Bhavana Viswanath. Bhavana ji, you have been associated with this potato processing since last more than 25 years. Question is to you is, Kiremko is known as globally for advanced processing technology. And how do you see women participating in technology and machinery side of the sector, an area traditionally dominated by men?
Thank you, Vinita ji, and it is a great pleasure to have you again after 25 years. That was almost 20 years before we were on the Pravasi Bharati Divas. That was, I think, way back 2004 or 5 something. We were in the same panel. And Kiremko is always a company which believed in technology and somewhere the gender equality. Maybe the gender equality we are talking now, but Kiremko happened that. Because I remember when I met the Kiremko advisor, Mr. Baldwin Alberts, in 1996 in the Netherlands embassy, and he was talking about potatoes. So my family is into the potato cold stores and everything. We talked about it. And they believed, Kiremko believed in India. And we were together talking about the technology, and most beautiful thing is that we were talking about the technology to the women, because most of the thing, the 50% of the workforce in the agriculture field is from the women. Particularly for the potato, it is being picked by the women. Now you have harvesters. I remember Mr. Anton Velayas when he and me were Agristo's owner, and he and me were traveling around India. I used to take him to Uttar Pradesh and Gujarat, and we were with the farmers and we were talking about that this should be picked like this should be, and that was the woman. And the woman was very reciprocative to the technology, and they were eager to that because it gives them more of the knowing. It is how we will be explaining to them, how we will be talking to them. And being a woman, I really feel that today what we are in the potato industry for the potato production and everything, this is because of. But there is something which I really would like to suggest from this forum. If you see that Amul, Anand Milk Union Limited, their video, it is women in the containers with the baltis and everything with the milk cans which they are going. I hope one day this will be for the women also. There is one lady called Pratibha Chadlavada, and she is working with the company called Hyphen. She told me that, Bhavana ji, we should have a dream like that, a young girl. And she said to me, see, look at the way Amul is doing. Why not this to be the potato also? One day it should be. So technologically, we are evolving. Kiremko is doing everything what could be done, and we will continue to do. And Kiremko was believing in India 30 years before, and it will believe for another 3,000 years. Thank you.
Very well said, Bhavana ji. I think this is the kind of the positive attitude and the willing to do and to strengthen the supply chain. It helps, That's why we are here, and we are here, of course, with the contribution of all the stakeholders in the supply chain and the efforts taken by all the stakeholders, starting from farmer till to, if I'll say it, the importer also plays a very crucial role, who has belief in the quality produce which we are exporting to the international market. So now, again, I'll come to you again, Rajni ji. India's processing value chain is a mix of domestic complexities and global aspirations. What collaborative approaches across farmers, processors, technology providers, and policy makers do you believe are essential to strengthen this ecosystem?
I think that's a very interesting topic, and I think we were discussing since morning as well, and I think it's very much important and the critical, like how can the collaboration happens with the different part of the world along with the India, because agriculture, India is known for that, but when we talk for the automation and when we talk for the technology, we still have a long way to go where we have to learn a lot from the other countries as well. So this collaboration definitely play a critical role. And when I talk specifically from like Agristo perspective now when we say like what we are doing in UP was used to be a sugarcane belt. So from sugarcane belt, we are converting that into a potato belt, which again, that's a collaboration which is happening from our Belgium partners which are doing, and I think Johan was in the morning explaining that why we picked up UP. So that's, I think, investment of almost for the last 5 years, which we are doing into that state, and it's happening because of the collaboration. And it's not only from the farming perspective, I think that's end-to-end integration, not for the, like, we are putting up a line here now in UP. So when we are putting up a line, the entire technology, what we are trying to bring, we are again trying to bring from our own company. So we are training the talent, we are bringing the technology, and then what we are going to show to the world, like it's the same quality which Belgium delivers, India can also deliver the same quality. So that is definitely critical, and I think that collaboration more and more that's going to be happening, that's going to be beneficial for the entire world.
Thank you, Rajni ji, very well said. And I think, again, I'll say now why people are looking towards Uttar Pradesh now. Thank you. Now my next question to Ms. Avanti. In this competitive FMCG environment, what opportunities do you see for a young woman entrepreneur entering the processed potato and snack segments?
I think there's never been a better time and space for a young woman or entrepreneur to enter the potato processing space. India is expanding and the markets are expanding and everybody wants convenience, scalability, consistent quality products. And what better time than now to jump into this market. Also, for me, I would say ingredient innovation. Being from Crown Flakes, being one of the pioneers for potato manufacturing from West Bengal, we may be a small, but we are a very important and integral ingredient. Every good snack needs the right functional, solid ingredient, and that is where we come in. Hence, women have a large scope to do so. And we truly believe from Crown Flakes, which is a living proof, that women can be a part and can lead a core strength area even from behind the scenes. You do not need to be the final product to be powerful. You can be an ingredient which makes the difference. So I would say women, yes, there is a lot of space in the food industry for women. Women, especially in the potato industry, they don't just have space, they need more women. And as from Bengal, I would encourage as many women I can help to come forward and be a part of this. I would love to do that. Thank you.
Thank you, Avanti. You rightly said. And when we say earlier, we normally used to say potato as a staple vegetable in our everyday's life. Now the value-added products that has been fascinated all the people, all the consumers in the world, and you have shown a light to the young ladies who would like to join as an entrepreneur in the potato value-added products, and a lot of deliberations happen since morning, and a lot of guidance has been received by the people. And I think I will advise all the young entrepreneurs to take that guidance and come forward with their new ideas, with the new technologies, innovations, so that we'll be able to make it more strengthened. Thank you, Avanti. So now my next question to Dr. Indira. What are the specific challenges normally you face in the technical on the science-driven roles, and how institutions create a more supportive environment for the women?
So, seed production or even my other panelist job, that's also technical. See, science and technology doesn't understand the gender. But the major challenge we face is the social norms in which our society thinks about the women and their safety when especially our jobs in agriculture are in open fields. So many times parents are concerned about the safety. So now I work in Mahindra HZPC. Ours is a joint venture of Mahindra and HZPC. So here in our organization, we have very specific programs for developing women leaders. So like there was a women leader program, I was one of the participants of that. And we are very specific trainings to how to navigate through the leadership roles. how to develop our strength, how even they can fast track the talented women's in the so as they are reaching to boardrooms. Also very specific travel policies for women's that is also we have in our organization. So, and some very fundamental trainings on mental health, how to balance your work and life, how to balance your stress. All these trainings are very specifically targeted to women workforce are organized in our company or organization, and that's very, very helpful. But the basic fact of the matter is we have to stop leakage of our talent pipeline of women at the very base level. So say when the age around 30, 35, that's the time when, or rather late after 25, 28 age, when they get married and have kids, rejoining after that, that becomes a difficult task. And there I think Rajni and Avanti can help us by bringing out more products which we can use on our daily basis. Because see, in India, women spend around more than 2 hours a daily in a kitchen. If you can reduce that time into 20 minutes, that's a big, big achievement, and that time can be used productively for building nation. And that's where I think the processing industry can contribute a lot.
So, ma'am, I would like to add that I've recently come out with retail packs from our company with aloo atta in it, which is instant mashed potatoes. The reason aloo atta, because women, they naturally inherent like the word atta, because we are, I think, born into that. And with the only reason that no woman should worry about their dinner. So, yes, I'm already getting there.
So I think it's another, the reason to create a new value-added products. Yeah. So the new, I can say the next action plan for, to adding more convenient product in the daily routine basket of the consumer. So now my next question again, when we are talking about creating the new value-added products, again, the technology plays. So again, with the perspective of the woman only, what role can technological advancement play in creating safer, more efficient, and more inclusive work spaces for women across the potato value chain? Over to you, Bhavana ji.
Vinita ji, is a beautiful question. I will talk about the perspective of the Kiremko because as Indira was mentioning about the timing, it is not only the timing of the daytime, how many women is ready to work in the night time, and particularly with the technology. We as a Kiremko has developed a kind of touch button technology with the SCADA system and everything. Everything can be monitored there. Only when immediate necessary comes, then it can be. So the women who, it's a mind-blowing kind of technology where the people who are interested to get into the technology, particularly for the women, it is already developed. So you can manage the big plants and you can manage the small plant also. And the woman is very much eager. I remember, ma'am, Haldwani and everything, Rudrapur, you and me, I don't have to say. And Pant University, when around 15-20 years before, when Mahindra came, they used to recruit only 1 woman, 2 women from the BSc Agriculture. One day I went to the Mahindra in Mumbai. I said, no, you should develop more and more. Immediately next year they did it. Look at today where you have wherever the Mahindras has this Kisan Sabhas, Kisan things, and even not only Mahindra, ITC, wherever they have a woman agriculture, BSc agriculture person, BSc technological person. So women is coming into the safer, not only as a Kiremko, but as in the perspective of the global perspective and the Indian perspective of the thing, our technology is safer to be handled by everybody, anybody, particularly for the women.
Thank you very much. You have very well said. And this will be my last question to Ms. Rajni from Agristo. What message you would like to give to young women aspiring to join the agri-food sector, especially the potato industry?
The one message I'll say, wherever you dream, you will be there. And potato is like a dream industry. If you'll dream it, you will get it. So I think one message which I'll give, there's no industry where we should even talk about whether that should be a female or whether this should be a male. And I think the female can survive in every industry. There should be a will to do that, and they will be there.
Thank you very much. And I think we have heard that all the great panelists, their ideas, their vision, and their enthusiasm, and their dedication to strengthen the supply chain, whether it is from the seed or from technology or the value-added products. So thank you everyone for giving your viewpoints, and I hope it will help, and we will keep on, moving towards strengthening this supply chain, because there's a very, very good perspective for the value-added products of potato. And being the second largest producer of potato, there are only small interventions are required in the supply chain. I was talking to Avanti, I was telling her that why we are meeting on the occasional basis, why can't we interact on a daily basis, or in 15 days, so that we can do some brainstorming with the industry. Because ultimately, from the government perspective, my viewpoint is the only industry who can tell us, who can give us some ideas, what are the interventions required, what intervention will take us to the another next step. So it's my request to everyone, whosoever is present here in this today's meeting hall. So please share your ideas with us, so that we can do some brainstorming and take the appropriate steps. I'll not say that APEDA is the only organization who will be able to, but of course, every stakeholder where the intervention, at what level the intervention is required, so that we will be able to take and make this industry a very, very successful industry. So with these words, I would like to close here this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you.